You finally made it to our area and you're wanting to get out on the water, but you're like, how do I want to do it? What kind of boat do I want to be on? Maybe I want to be on a jet ski. Stick around. This is the video for you. We're going to talk about some of our favorite ways to get out onto the water on the Emerald Coast. I'm AJ Baduke, and this is
Andrew Iremonger.
We're with the Emerald Group right here on the Emerald Coast. Hey, we are doing videos everywhere from Pensacola to Panama City Beach, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and ding that bell so that you get notified every time we do another video. Any kind of questions that you have about things to do in the area, where to buy, what to sell, how to sell, because we are primarily a real estate group. All of this information is going to be free to you for you to watch at your leisure, so make sure you don't miss out. We have been getting calls, texts, emails, Facebook messages from you guys, and we absolutely love it. So keep those coming. If you haven't reached out to us yet and you have questions, why not? Seriously, we're pretty approachable.
And it's a call right here on the screen too. We make it really easy for you.
It's right there. You can even comment on this video and we'll see it.
We might even comment back.
Ooh.
All right, let's jump right into some of our favorite ways to get out on the water. We're going to save both of our favorites for the very last one because, well, we want you to stick around and stuff. Don't cheat and fast forward. Just watch the whole video because we've got some great boat tours and other ways to get out on the water right here.
We've got a couple of categories for you guys. We're going to talk about our favorites for if you're bringing your family along, if you want like a romantic dinner, if you're wanting to party a little bit, get a little wild, you know, the different types of scenarios that might come to you. So our first topic will be the ones that are good for, you know, folks with children, maybe small children, maybe, you know, up to like age 10 or something that they're really going to enjoy, maybe not going to be too afraid of. And we really like the option of catamarans. You've got a couple options out here too. I'm sorry, did you want to say something?
Yeah, my favorite one is the cattywampus. I've been on this one several times. First off, I love the name cattywampus. It's just fun to say. But on top of that, they've got a great tour. They start right at Okaloosa Island and they will take you kind of down into the Bay Area, do a little snorkeling, and then also go see some dolphins. If you're lucky, of course, you don't always hit dolphins while you're out there.
But usually.
Yeah, but usually. And then while you're cruising around too, they've got this nice like netted area that's kind of bouncy, almost like a little miniature trampoline. And then of course you can go in the main inside area and enjoy your nice cold beverages, whatever those might be. That one is centered a little bit more around younger children, although they're probably going to enjoy it all the way up to, well, you know,
adult
34,
age.
give or take. So moving on to our next section here, this is going to be a little bit more for the older kids. They don't necessarily need to be 17 or 18, but anybody above 12 years old might like this a little bit more. And some of your more daring younger ones might like this as well. AJ, take it away.
Our favorite in this category is going to be the Sea Blaster. It's also going to be a little lighter on your checkbook. It doesn't cost a whole lot. I think it's at like $35 a person right now, and that comes with free beverages. Not a lot of selection when it comes to your adult beverages, but for $35 for a couple hour tour to go and see some dolphins and have these beverages poured to you like every 8 minutes or whatever the roundabout time is. Pretty solid selection. It goes really, really fast, plays really fun music. The kids love getting up and dancing with the captains and the deckhands. They have a great sunset cruise, and you're pretty much guaranteed to see dolphins. Like I don't think I've ever been out there and not seen dolphins. They'll take you into the intercoastal waterway area and then also out into the actual Gulf. And so it's just a super, super fun experience. It's not so intimate as the catamarans because you're with, you know, tons of people as opposed to maybe a couple small groups or just your group. It is available to rent out in its entirety if you wanted to do something like that. But just another option to you guys that we really like.
And if you are going to go on the Sea Blaster, just keep in mind you might get a little bit wet as they do hit these waves pretty quick.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. We have a lot of folks that like to go in the colder months, or just not quite so hot. When you're going really fast on a boat, it gets really cold really quick. It gets even colder, even quicker if you're wet. Yeah. So definitely bring a raincoat, especially for the kiddos. If it's if it's nice out, if it's not hot out and it's just nice out, bring a raincoat.
Yeah,
You'll
you
thank
can
us later.
you can get those at really any grocery store, really anywhere else, or you can go to any of our multiple island stores and get them for like 15 times the price.
Or you can use a trash bag.
Yeah, that's true. You can.
Moving on to an even more intimate setting is our next category, and this is for the big kids, our age.
We are putting this one in the category of the adult-friendly cruise, but please keep in mind it's friendly for all ages. You could literally bring your toddler. It's not a big deal. This one is called the Solaris. I believe the website is like Sunset Quest or something like that. I only know it as the Solaris. It is a sunset cruise located right in Miramar Beach, Florida. It's great. It's 3 to 4 hours. They take you all the way down to the bridge, a little bit past it, and then all the way back. And you can either rent this out as the entire boat if you wanted to as one big party. You do have to reserve that. Please plan ahead if you're going to do that because they are very, very popular. But if not, you can just have individual seats, I guess, where they've got an entire dining room. It's like a small 2-story ship. They've got a dining room with a little dance floor. And then up top, of course, it's completely open. They do weddings. They do get just the intimate dinners. They do private parties. They kind of do it all. So it's definitely kind of cool. If you are going to go there for the dining experience or the fancy sunset dining, I believe it's the last time I went, it was around $80 to $85 per adult. And I think the kids were about $50, and I think toddlers were either free or fairly inexpensive.
I think
right?
Under 2 is $25 and
okay.
No meal included. So I guess they anticipate that the children are going to be eating appetizers or something.
Just
of that
snacking off
nature.
everybody else's plate, I guess. The kids will get a couple of options. The non-toddlers will get a couple of options between like mac and cheese and chicken tenders, things like that. And then the adults or everybody above that threshold will be served a full 3-4-course meal. I can't really remember how much it was, but soup, salad, bread, delicious food, all that good stuff. But the bar is to be paid for separately, so keep that in mind.
Guys, take note of this because it's a great date night idea. You're welcome.
And for our bonus today, I'm going to let AJ take this. Just because
nice.
I've been talking, for like the last minute. So I guess you can have it, AJ.
Oh, thank you. You're so
Just
sweet.
let me know when you're done.
So after going through all of these different, options that you have on boats to get out on the water in our area, we both came to the conclusion that our absolute favorite way is to actually just rent a pontoon or a private charter
or jet skis. Even
jet skis
are my personal favorite, but that's not like a group fun activity unless you get several jet skis.
And then you are the one driving, whereas if you get a chartered boat, then you have a captain, and the options are limitless on what you can do on the boat. So a little bit more limited when you have to be the captain, but your friends will appreciate it.
That is true.
Speaking of whether you're going to captain the boat or rent one with a captain, you want to take note of where you can go. So when you're on these smaller boats, you're not going to want to actually take them out into the pass, which is the area leading into the Gulf, right? Everything on, the north side past that land barrier, you're going to have, bays and the intercoastal waterway, everything in there pretty safe. You got Crab Island, which is super fun. Once you pass that land barrier, that area is called the pass, and then you go out into the Gulf. That whole situation is really, really tricky. The waves get real big, real fast. They don't look like it when you're checking out these other large boats, like the Sea Blaster, for instance. They go out there all the time. That thing is significantly bigger than any pontoon, or smaller boat that you're going to rent and try to captain. Those waves will knock you, they will capsize your vessel very, very quickly. So stay sound side if you're going to rent a boat. You can have just as much fun. Promise.
Yeah, the big rule of thumb here is unless you're renting the boat or the watercraft in Destin, in the harbor itself, the harbor is the protected area right next to the pass, then you should never cross underneath the Destin Bridge. That's not a good place to go, especially for pontoon boats and jet skis. If you're experienced, I think you can get away with a jet ski over there. You do see them all the time. But if you're just out here trying to have some fun, I promise you can have fun somewhere else. Don't go out there. The East Pass is actually the second most dangerous pass in the country. So it's not to be played with lightly, even if the water doesn't look that rough.
Yeah, because on the way out, it might not be, but on your way back in, it absolutely could be.
And if you're coming in during rush hour and you've got 50 other boats going through there, I mean, it can become a mess. In fact, one time it took us almost an hour and a half to go that short, what is it, 200 yards?
Something like
Because
that.
you're just fighting waves to get in because of the way the pass is. So try to stay safe out there is the main point that we're trying to make. Enjoy Crab Island. It's really good. If you haven't seen our video on that, we'll throw it up here in the little cards, their little gray thing. You can see that and click on it. Crab Island's always a really good time.
Truth. It won't just take you to Crab Island either. Like if you come to the area and you're visiting and you're staying somewhere close to the harbor and maybe you don't want to drive or you don't want to deal with an Uber, you can definitely take the water taxi like over to the Margaritaville area or something,
yeah.
have your dinner and then call the water taxi and have them take you right back to wherever you're staying. It's so much faster than an Uber or walking in heels.
I can attest to that. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.